Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. We're live for 2 hours this evening, as I kind of made a decision earlier, actually. So, in the last evening live stream of Genshin Impact, we decided we was going to do more of the event, which was brilliant, and that's what we did. This evening, I'm thinking, let's continue the Dendro storyline. Let's try and get that done so we can move on to this new desert area, as currently, we've not even looked at that. Mainly, we don't open new areas until the story wants us to. So I think let's finish the Dendro storyline, or as much as we can, this evening, and go from there. That's my current thinking, that's my current plan for this evening, Dendro storyline. The event is nearly done. There's bits and pieces we can still do to gain some rewards, but I think we'll do them next week on stream. We've got plenty of time with this event. Unless as we go in now and there's a new event, it'd be a completely different kettle of fish. But I'm hoping we just move on Dendro storyline, then we can move on to this desert area that we've not had a chance to look at just yet. That's my kind of thinking. Hope you're okay with that. But good evening. Hope you're all well. Hope your weekend is going well. We are also... The scheduled video will be out as planned tomorrow at 1 PM GMT. Detailing what's happening next week. Obviously Tuesday there's no live streams because I've got a hospital appointment. Which will be interesting. Other than that, I think things are fairly normal, to be fair. I've tried to, mix it up. I've tried to, evenly spread it. Let's put it that way. I think that's the easiest way of describing it, to be fair. But yeah, and there'll be a community post as well tomorrow evening detailing the live streams as well. So keep a lookout for that. I can't remember what time I set that for. I think around 7, maybe 8. I can't remember. Mr. Return, good evening. How are you? I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. Thank you. How are you this evening, other than tired? Let me just check the sound as well. Sounds good. So I always worry because I was doing some editing. I turn my headphones right down for the editing. So I get a bit concerned that the sound may not be okay. But we don't advertise evening streams. I don't tweet or anything. We're just going to crack on. As I say, 2 hours. I want to see if we can get as much of the Dendro storyline done as possible. Thanks for the like, whoever that was. Much appreciated. That's my thinking. So, obviously, we're here from where we finished off the last stream. We have leveled up our battle pass for daily login. It's always nice. Level 5. Now, what we need to remember... 600 Prima Gems, is where we are with the Dendro storyline. So, Dunzard in front of the stage. That's Samuru City. So I think it's that one we're meant to be doing. Let's have a look. If my guess is correct, I believe this is the storyline we should be doing to continue on the Dendro storyline. I think it is. How have we not opened that yet? What's that there? Sanctuary. We haven't been in the Sanctuary yet, have we? There's a few things here we've not seen, I don't think. House of Dana. Okay. Yeah. That's it there. This is one of your favourite games. To be fair, like I've said it before, we were encouraged to play this by the subscribers quite early days in the channel. And I've enjoyed it thoroughly ever since, to be fair. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I just enjoy the story. I think the story is quite unique in the way it presents itself. It's not normally my style of game, art style either. But I just think it just presents itself in such a nice way. That, yeah, I've always really enjoyed it, to be fair. The weird thing is, we actually tend to lose subscribers whenever we stream Genshin Impact. It's one of those weird things. But I can't ever see myself taking it off our list of concurrent games that we're doing. Because it's such a nice chilled out game. You can just chill out, you can play, there's always something to do. And that's the important thing. If you missed the last stream, we are ready to upgrade Ganyu, ascend her, but we do need 18 more of the flowers, which at the time hadn't respawned. So this is something we do need to look at. I don't really want to spend the next hour and a half running around trying to find flowers, so we'll ignore the flowers for the time being. Let's go and speak to Katherine and continue the Dendro storyline as I say, hopefully we can finish this storyline, move on to the new area. That's kind of my thinking, since we spent the last evening stream doing the event. So more storyline tonight than event is kind of my plan. Thank you for the like, whether that was much appreciated. Let's have a look. That's main story. I shouldn't have to talk.
I felt like Katherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How
Good evening, gaming. How are you?
Favorite bench?
Okay. The Traveller's favourite bench. I don't know if I can fast travel there or not. We can indeed. It's always nice when you can fast travel somewhere. Thank you for the likes. Much appreciated over the way.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
If you just joined us, the plan tonight is Dendro's storyline to try and get to the new desert area. I'm not sure how much we have left to do, but that's kind of the plan.
Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams...
You've finished already the platinum already? Wow. That's good going. I'm okay, thank you. Thanks for asking.
The Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
A very happy ending.
Huh? Why are you two smiling
2 weeks.
so happily?
2 weeks yesterday.
I thought you'd be so
I'm looking
moved
forward
that
to it,
you'd
to be
start
fair. Like I said, I've
crying.
stayed away from most trailers now. I want to go in as blind as possible.
Spend more time observing
I was
human
kind of
emotions.
thinking, I did have a little look into the multiplayer side, and you can do co-op story, maximum you and one other person. But I've got no interest in that,
You
so...
have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer.
Oh, so we can ask loads of questions.
As your reward, I will
Good to know.
answer any and all questions.
So yeah, my plan is to play through the story, single player, try and change character as often as possible, and see what happens that way. That's kind of my thinking, to be fair. I don't know about the trophies or anything. Again, we do that as blind as we always do, and see what happens. I don't know if the platinum's easy or not. I don't even know if the trophy list's been released yet, to be fair. The only problem you have is the world looks empty. Does it really? See, I was hoping it would be pretty much like the Batman games, where the world was always, there's always something around. But like I say, I've not really seen the trailers, because I don't want to see too much. I obviously know the 4 characters are that you control. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, we don't do many games on release. Mainly, sometimes, you know, Forbidden West, we said we wouldn't play it on release because you guys wanted to experience it yourselves, and that's brilliant. So we don't always do them on release. So actually, I'm looking forward to doing something that's actually on release that I've looked forward to as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you looking to get it then or not? It is 25 to 10 in the evening for me, Mr. Return. It's empty and dead. What is that in the trailers though, gaming? That you've seen that? Because the trailers may show that on purpose so you don't see too much. That's the thing I would think. But you just don't know until the game hits. We just don't know, do we? It's like anything. Pre-ordering is always a risk, isn't it? In the gameplay. Yeah, it's any pre-ordering is a risk. All we can do is wait and see, I suppose.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky. You also heard someone's voice,
Plan to maybe
right?
get it by the end of October. Yeah.
It said world.
If you're not sure, you're best waiting, aren't you? That's the thing. I pulled the plug maybe a little bit too early.
So you do know.
But
We've been wanting to ask you what that was about.
There was 3 games
Sky was related to Conria.
I was looking forward to it in October. There was Gotham Knights, the Marvel game, and Harry Potter. And all but one got delayed. So, because all one got delayed, I kind of figured, well, that's the one I'm going to go for then. The Marvel game is out in December.
After the disaster in Connery.
And then Harry Potter, I don't actually know what the release date for that is now.
Do line up, so your suspicions are
So
reasonable.
I took a risk.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King. The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
I don't normally pre-order to be fair, because you get burnt too often, you stop, don't you? That's the thing.
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it.
Okay.
Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it.
It sounds like they fall victim to it because they want it's that thirst for knowledge. They don't care, they just want the knowledge.
That's why I've kept trying to decipher it. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul?
It's 2 AM for you, oh wow. No wonder you're about to go to sleep, but I don't blame you.
Is it because of the contaminated consciousness?
The time zones around the world are crazy, aren't they? The way it's always weird speaking to people that are on a completely different time zone than myself.
It seems like our search for you was all in vain.
It's always weird trying to match up.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that.
I don't want to be one specific character. I want to play all four, as evenly as possible.
No,
I suppose the only one I don't like the look of is Batgirl.
I've already eliminated all other factors that
because the colour scheme just seems too vivid for her. Do you know what I mean? The rest of them are quite dark colour schemes. Well, hers is very bright, and I kind of find that weird for Batgirl.
Irminsul's fate, as well as Teyvat's.
I kind of expected Batgirl to be dark like Batman, but they've gone really bright. Whereas all the other characters, even Red Hood, isn't bright. They're all quite dark uniforms. Even Robin, although it's red, but you know it's dark. Yeah, I just think maybe Batgirl's a bit too bright. But we'll see. But yeah, I want to play all four as evenly as possible, is my plan. About what I saw in that dream at Avidia Forest.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream
the purple, yellow, blue, and yellow, something like that.
Sky.
I saw a picture and thought, that's really bright.
You also heard someone's voice,
She's not going to be one for stealth, is she?
World and forget me. Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky
have I just asked this one already?
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul.
I think I've asked this one.
A message for the Scarlet. Okay.
Yeah, I've asked this question. I thought he'd taken the question away that we'd asked. Annoyingly.
But the traveler wasn't. No. This puzzle has life and death at stake.
Okay. I thought it took away what we'd already asked, and obviously it hasn't. Normally it does. So why do you look like Katherine will be the next question. That's horrendous. You like Red Hood because of the guns. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't seen the weapons that much, to be fair. Like I say, I've stayed away from as much of the trailers as possible.
Poor Katherine.
So, I don't actually know what weapons Batgirl has.
Theoretically,
obviously I know Red Hood was guns.
As long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the
but that's about it, really, to be fair. Like I said, I've stayed away as much as possible.
As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
Nightwing. Nightwing does. I'm looking forward to Nightwing. It's a character you don't see that often.
Actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet. Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret?
Hang on.
So Katherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something
Katherine's
was
a
off
bionic
about her.
puppet.
What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana? That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me. a symbol of her passing. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida? In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country.
Good evening, Simmer. How are you?
My existence has little meaning.
To me, you're already an excellent Archon.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
So we've got 2 more questions to ask about the Sage's plan.
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them
How are
to
you
go
today,
down
then,
this
Summer?
path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation
Any advice of what
could
to
have
do after you
become
do bad
dire.
in a test?
I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't
Find
find
out
anything
where you went
suspicious.
wrong, whether it was
And
the
all
fact
the
that you
people of
just didn't
interest
know the
seem to
answers.
purposely avoid
Was there a
wearing their
bit of a
Akasha
vision that you
terminals.
missed?
I think they're
And
deliberately trying
focus
to
on doing
hide
better
something.
next time. There's not much you
Oh,
can do,
that
is there?
reminds
Once the
Paimon.
test is done, the
In
test is done.
Gandharvaville,
But
there
all
was
you
a
can do is
sage
try and
who had
improve next
invited
time.
Kainerite to join some
So
kind
it's always
of
good to know where you
project.
went wrong. Was it
Could
down
it
to
be
your vision?
related?
Was it down to
Regardless,
a lack
I
of
need
knowledge,
to first
questions you weren't
investigate the
expecting?
sage's motives, make things right,
Something like that.
and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
You did some tours with some of your boys of Warzone. Nice. How's Warzone these days? No one has realised the issue with the Akasha.
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
You can only learn from it though, gaming, that's
It's
the thing.
been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up? It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection. Misdirection? The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge
You don't
of
like the
honor
camo,
in
you hope they
Sumeru.
change it soon.
Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha.
I'm definitely not getting Call of Duty. You know what, like, I don't do first person shooters.
The sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate
I
their
don't even know what
research.
map it is, to be fair. I
Besides,
haven't played it in a long time. I played it with a few Twitch streamers that I knew.
The Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to
Probably
its full
early days of the
potential.
channel, to be fair.
That's why I've
But
never
yeah,
come
other than
out
that, I'm not
strongly
really. I
against
don't
this.
look at it.
Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages.
It doesn't
drowned out
surprise me it's
any
mostly
voices
online,
of
to be
doubt.
fair. It does seem the way it's
By
going. It
now,
makes sense for
even
them.
those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
Okay, I don't have any other questions.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero's samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
Is a Modern War 2 the next one? There's another one as well. I don't keep up with it, to be fair.
This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
Quick thinking my Paimon there to come up with an excuse.
I should
I
visit
can't
my
believe we've just found out
personnel
Katherine
sometime.
isn't a person.
Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
It's taken us until this point in the game to find out Katherine is not a person.
We spent quite some
I
time
must be
in
really
Sumeru
slow at some of
City.
these things, because I don't pick
Since
up
we
on some of
last
these.
said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her.
Okay, so 2 quests have just popped up.
Waiting around like this.
So for those that just joined us, the plan tonight
So we can at least keep ourselves busy.
is to do the Dendro storyline to try and open up this new area in the desert. We did the event on the last evening live stream. Tonight, Dendro storyline as much as possible. See how far we can get. That's kind of my thinking. So, that talk to Katherine's the next one. So we just opened the second mission up, but I don't know where that was. Where did that disappear to? There was a second mission just popped up, but I don't know which one it was. We'll stick to what we're doing. More for a free-to-play game. Yeah, exactly. It has a campaign that looks to be online. They are doing a campaign. I didn't think they'd do a campaign in it, to be fair. You might go for it. You think she was sus since AR1? I never clicked. I thought, a bit weird that they're in every place you go to.
We meet again, you two.
But she always seems so personal.
Hi, Katherine.
So I never once
Do you
clicked.
have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think.
Maybe I should have done.
Oh,
I just
how
don't
about
think
this?
about these things, maybe.
Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
What?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
She's messing with us, surely.
What kind of commission is that?
I'm feeling embarrassed just to imagine it. The audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
You
In
think?
that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
I think Catherine's gone haywire.
That's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're not actually Katherine, are you? You're Nahida, right? Yeah, we're going for that one.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Katherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abysosk?
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
I wonder if we're actually going to go up to the sanctuary to actually see her in
I've been
person.
sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods. What did you... Yeah, let's go for the top one.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
But in reality...
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example
Evening,
of an
Dennis, how are you?
emotion known as pity?
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time.
Dennis,
Her
question.
condition is stabilized.
At what point did you realise Katherine
However,
wasn't a human?
since Elazar is a manifestation
Because I've only
of
just
the
found
withering
out
on the human body,
via the
we
story
can
telling
only
me.
cure it by finding a way to take
Simmer
care
said it
of
was
Erminfeld's
obvious,
own withering.
but
for
I
the
haven't
moment,
seen it.
Our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival.
So
That's why
our
it's
first
really slow then.
priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Katherine for a little while.
Should we really be advertising that fact? Okay, Chapter 3, Act 3, Dreams, Emptiness, Deception has now started. As I say, if you just join us, the plan is to do as much of the Dendro storyline as possible. So hopefully we can go into the new desert area. That's kind of my plan. We did the event last stream.
Our chat here.
And we'll look at the event in the week as well.
So do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
I don't have any. Possess a key figure in the academia, possess a student, infiltrate the sages' quarters. We could grab someone close to sages and question them. Possess a student and infiltrate the sages' quarters. That sounds like a good plan.
No way, that's too risky.
I thought that was the safest plan.
It'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
When you put it like that, I suppose she's right.
Spoken like the god of
Hadn't thought of it in that way. We could grab someone close to the sages and question them, or possess a key figure. We could grab someone close to the sages.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences.
So you watch iRobot too much, Dean. You know iRobot when you see him.
Every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
I didn't have an inkling at all until it told us. So the only one left is possess a key figure.
I've already tried that, but all the key
Oh, so none of the answers
academia,
were good.
Even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
Can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
You say is that meant to be resin? Yeah, I'm not doing it tonight. What we're going to do is focus on the story. I want to get to the desert area. And to do that, we need to finish the Dendro story. So that's my focus. Good evening, Earl. How are you?
Okay. But aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't...
Yeah, I want to... We did the event and that last time. I want to focus on the story a little bit. Just because we haven't done any for a little while.
Find someone who's already involved.
But there'll be a daytime stream next week and we'll do it then.
You're saying we should recruit a spy?
Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated.
That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Al-Haytham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind
How are things going, Al?
back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Setaria? Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still
It's
remembers
just going.
the smug and mean way she always
Yeah,
spoke
that
to
doesn't sound
Miru.
too good.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people.
That's all you can do,
and
isn't it? That's
Sataria
all you can do,
has always
unfortunately.
stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
You remember when you had almost no content from her? When was that then, Simmer?
When she lived in the desert,
You're
she
still not
shone
happy
like the brightest
yet.
star
Well,
in
yet
the night
sounds
sky. Later
like you're
on,
confident of
she
something
was chosen
changing.
by the sun. The star was given
People
a
invading
place
to
in
just
the
to kill
daytime
time, oh
sky
really?
to complement the sun's
I can't
dazzling
imagine
light.
getting to a point of having nothing to
Soon
do.
after,
There's so many side
the
quests I've not
star
even
witnessed
touched.
the sun scorching
Lots
the
haven't
earth,
even picked up, to
which
be
brought
fair.
forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't
So
it
did
be
everyone
better to
complete all
return
the
and
side
light up
quests and
part of
everything
the
else
night
then?
sky? But in the end,
Yeah, no
she
worries,
couldn't
Dennis.
give up the radiance of daytime.
It's going to take a while before you get my
To
show, but
cope with
that's
her
understandable,
shame,
Al. You've been
the
through a
star
lot.
buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just an metaphor. Those are Sataria's true thoughts, right?
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here.
Yeah, you're not going to get your head straight
But
overnight,
she
are
doesn't
you?
really
It's going to take
support
time.
the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many
Did you
people
manage to save a
simply
truck
plug
in the
their
end?
ears
Oh?
and go with the flow until the problem can't
I was
be
affecting a
fixed
very small
anymore.
portion. Oh, okay.
She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice.
Oh, you're a part of it. So have you done
She
all the
can't deny
side
her
quests and
part in
everything
their
else
schemes
then?
anymore.
Apart from the ones that have been added since, obviously. Sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Okay, we're going to come and speak to her
Let's go
while
check out
she's
some of her
shopping.
favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
So I saw something on the bulletin board and wanted to see if we could grab it. Are you... Ah, okay. It's a riddle. I'm assuming this is a side quest. Set up by an academia researcher named Drusus. As far as I know, he's an eccentric even among the academia crowd. He loves to talk about riddles with everyone, as well as research requires encryption methods. Some of his riddles are too incomprehensible, so not many people are willing to deal with him. So he came up with the Solve Riddle Surprises idea. Simply put, this riddle actually hints at a treasure trove. You just have to show up at the right place at the right time, using the right method, and you'll get the treasure. Drusus also gave a hint, saying that the locations are all within Sumeru City. As you can see, no adventure's been able to succeed. You can certainly try if you're interested, but if you ask me, I'll tell you to do something else more productive. I'm guessing that's just a side quest that we've picked up. Okay. So we're going to head down. Grab this here first. Okay. Can't grab that first. I'm in a similar situation right now. Oh, really? Two quests and another treat. Is that it? Wow. I can't ever imagine getting to that point.
No, I already have
I
enough
say I've got so many
information
side
on
quests I've not even
Sataria.
touched, all picked
The
up.
most important thing now is
Plus
for you to pay
exploration
attention
and
to the vendor's talking
all that
style
other good stuff
and
to
key
do.
characteristics.
Talking style and key
So you've cleared the desert as well then, Simmer?
My poor lost lambs.
I know we don't play as
Have
much
you
as
become
others.
troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between
You also
mine
don't in the Zoom
ears.
100%.
If
Wow.
thou be blessed today by the
That
gods,
is some going.
I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh.
My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case...
Why are the cats meowing?
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps at some time
That
in the
is very
past,
annoying for you to explore
have
since most
somehow
underground. Oh, is it really
offended the
underground? I didn't know it was
gods.
underground, to be fair.
Only mocking the god of animals,
Seems weird to have a desert
questioning
area
the
that's
Lord
underground.
of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Yeah, we may have upset gods a bit, to be fair.
Nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Divine my prospects in health, divine my prospects in love. We'll go health.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune
Yeah, just a
telling you've
little.
ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of
So it was
fate.
probably her most correct and accurate fortune, and yet it was wrong. Because she doesn't believe it. Free stuff. What free stuff? Okay, on to the next
Is this
vendor.
another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
You forgot about World Quest. Ah,
Yep.
okay.
It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Listen carefully to the details.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Katherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for
Are there
some
ballroom
big
walls of text? I don't mind the walls
business.
of text, to be fair. I know it's
Speaking
not the
of,
most exciting.
Where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see.
I'm not sure which
We
bits I'm
wish
meant to
him
pay
peace and
attention to.
happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of
The
logistics
combat in
at
this
the
game
guild
keeps you
come
glued.
by another day for
Yeah,
some
no, I can
goods.
understand that. You
We'll
know what
leave
I'm
you
like.
to it.
I enjoy
Take care
story
now.
more than anything else.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Okay. So someone else to speak to down here.
This should be our final
I
stop.
think everyone has different reasons to
Satari
play,
is
don't they?
always
That's the
thinking
thing.
of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
You do like how the newer characters are a bit weak compared to old
I
ones.
don't quite remember.
Well, it gives the long time players something, doesn't
You
it,
were
extra,
having a discussion
if they're
with
stronger than
someone
newer
about
characters.
shipbuilding
Normally
all
it's
the
the other way
time.
round, isn't it?
Ah, that's right.
Normally it
I've
favours
always
newer
been really
players.
interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the
So it
ships
makes a change for a
going
game to
in
do it
and
that
out
way.
of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you don't feel
I'm
as
still
pressed, do you?
discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams. What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it. That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
To hold private
I
events,
see.
that's probably important,
Yes, that
isn't
makes
it?
sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan. Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Okay, let's go back and speak to Nahida. So the 3 stall holders, 3 vendors.
Is that everybody?
I suppose the only information that was quite interesting was the
3
underground
familiar
part of the
faces should be
tavern.
enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're
I'd like
planning
some
to
characters
make
to be harder to
Sataria
play, but if
face
played
her
perfectly, they would
problems.
rule. You have someone like that, but I would love
Sataria's
more. Oh,
already
really?
used to avoiding
Who's
her
the characters
problems,
like that then?
so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If King Deseret was to criticise Sataria's actions, was to make demands. Let's go to the top one. Few towers of pyro carry like this light feeling and likes to be low
The
HP.
Scarlet King
Oh,
is
really?
long gone,
Oh, wow.
and Sataria is also too smart to fall
So
for
if played
innocent
correctly, they
tricks.
can dominate,
If we
but
simply
they're quite
engaged her under
difficult
the
to play
guise of the
correctly because you've got
Scarlet
to
King's
keep
believers,
low HP.
she
That's
would
interesting.
definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow
This
some
requires
of her
dash
close
cancels this
acquaintances
massive
to talk
damage.
with
Ah,
her reaction would
yeah.
probably
I think
be
I'd struggle
very
to play her
different.
effectively.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha.
Kato Fear, good evening, how are you?
Converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info
Good evening,
you
Robert.
collected
How are
on
you?
these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck?
Yeah, so we're going to have to help possess these people and
You don't
remember
know
some
how
of
to
what they
possess
talked about.
anyone?
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
And we have to make sure we say the right things, so we don't
That is pretty
get ourselves caught
convenient.
by any chance.
But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
You wonder how the power of the next 2 characters will be.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been
When are the
good
next
at
new characters
imitating
meant to be
them.
coming out? I obviously don't read it into anything, I don't look anything
It's
up,
always
so
been painfully obvious
I might
whenever
rely on you
try to
guys
pass
for
as
information, because I
Catherine.
don't look at it myself. Okay, I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing using them for a little while anyway.
In the second part of this version, we're getting...
Then
Oh,
let's
okay.
give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
I still find it amazing. It's like the event we're in that's currently ongoing with Razor. The fact that we're only just seeing new characters we've not met in game before. I was going to say, why does that say I've got mail? Not sure why they did that. We need to go till midday. There we go, just afterwards. But yeah, the fact we're only meeting new characters that we've got, but in the story-wise, we're only just meeting them in the newest event. It's quite interesting. Getting the Hedo in 3.2. Ah, okay. They're just names to me, to be fair. Okay. I didn't bring anything for the cats.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for
I'm amazed at how much these guys sneak around, considering they're quite obvious, aren't they?
I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go.
You know, Paimon's not exactly
Looks like
discreet
we've
for a
already
start.
started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Okay. Only Dennis calls you that then.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right?
So I've just read Dennis's comment.
I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a
All
moment there.
Dennis has ever said to me is how annoyed you'd be when he gets a decent pull.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Harut and Marut. I remembered that.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they?
I'm glad I
Harut
remembered
and
that.
Marut.
I don't know what happens if everybody's wrong.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
He has Bennett
A
back.
mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Paimon
I hear you.
hiding back and forth.
No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
The gods have spoken. Okay, it's definitely not the second one. I'm pretty sure it's not.
The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
There is no way
Why
someone has
haven't
Bennett
I
luck.
gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And, if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Is there a specific god? Don't give me a choice. What is she trying to mouth?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me
The random
is,
pale
of
flame
course,
flower has
the
28% crit
wisest
damage.
and mightiest of all.
So, but you can't use it, so what's the point?
King.
The
Why can't you use
Scarlet
it?
King? No wonder he would make such a
He's living
demand of
proof.
me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Huh? King Deseret's resurrection is a misinformation campaign?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to
Get used
refute
to
his
it.
voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me.
And then Dennis
I'm
tells you about
sorry.
his
I
goblet.
must go now.
Dennis had some incredible luck the other day, to be fair. He was quite happy to let us know. You have similar artifacts, but they're all gathered dust. Yours fell from your
She
chair.
just ran off in a hurry. She looked
Yeah,
pretty
Dennis
upset,
does have
too.
some of the best luck I've known,
Well
to be
done.
fair.
Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere
Yours just
and
gathered dust
berate
here,
her,
Simmer.
that must have shaken
You
her
should
to
get
the
your dust out
core.
more often.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
I'm just glad we got the
All
cat
I know
question
are some
right.
abstract Harabatop theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
I'm guessing we're going to go and see the Potter now.
She's out of Keems now.
The
Right
soul
on cue.
transposed,
Let's get ready to possess
achievement
him
complete.
Right away.
I'm going the wrong way. So I'm guessing, yeah, that this should be the Potter next. I don't know. I don't have a look. I don't look at the weapon banner, to be fair. It's not something I don't think I've ever wished on the weapon banner.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Gardening or masonry? It's masonry. He was an apprentice masonry before doing pottery.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget?
Right, she's testing us.
Speaking of, how's he doing?
Wing spear can
Is he
drop from any
feeling
weapon
any
banner.
better?
He's feeling a lot better and he's walking more now. He can lift stuff. I don't know what the answer is. He's feeling a lot better and he's walking more now. He broke his leg. I'm going to go for the top one.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port
He
Ormos?
is indeed living in Port Ormos.
Yeah, he's been retired there
There
for
we go.
a while.
I'd have to say. I'd have to
If
answer
you
it.
could
Later.
find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru.
You got
He has
Amber
a quick
C1.
temper,
Oh, okay.
and has always been a devout follower
I take you
of the
still. You don't
Dendro
use it, do you,
Arcana.
Dennis?
I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert. Yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
They're really going in for it, aren't they?
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
That was a little bit harsh, but there we go. Before I knew it, I'd already started getting into the role. I wasn't too harsh, was I? Yeah, I'll go with that one.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a
So
visit
should I
to
be
her
wishing
mind
on the
and
banner, on the
explain
weapon banner
everything.
more? Because it's something I'd never wish on.
Anyway, let's keep going.
I've never had a reason to be fair. Mainly because I don't really pay attention to weapons. We just use whatever we got and
Come on.
hope it's okay.
Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
Okay. So this is the tavern. There's the basement
So,
level.
Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the
That's
city
about
lately?
all I remember from the character,
Like,
from the
as
conversation.
if someone was trying to
The
preach
biggest
to you
bait.
about
As long as I'm not
something?
missing out on something, it's fine. I spend all my time studying in the basement. I've been spending all my time studying in the basement, it is.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Yeah, as long as I'm missing out, it's not an issue to me.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
Some
What an
4-star fires are
absurd
better than some
question.
5-star ones.
You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Well, it definitely hit home.
Even now, Satari is still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Zetaria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name.
See, we've not been to this area.
The
That's the whole
Scarlet
plan
King
tonight,
is
was to do as
immortal,
much of the Dendro
and
story.
all who defy him
Hopefully
will
make
one
a
day
step
pay
towards
the
the
price.
desert area.
You
Because we don't go to
must
these new
face
areas
the
until the
truth,
story
Zetaria.
wants us to.
You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper
300
you will be
wishes can get you
ensnared.
one that you want. That's a lot of
Child
wishes,
the
though.
Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that
So
belongs
desert has
to
invisible
you
walls.
lies elsewhere.
Similar was saying
What's so
about the
strange
underground
about
areas.
becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd
Yeah, that's a lot of
question.
wishes.
You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Zetaria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
If you follow your heart, it's not too late to turn back. It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of
Yeah,
the
it's a lot of
Scarlet
wishes,
King?
a very little game.
Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great, we finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zerus festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those
Yeah, that's the issue.
confidential
You can't guarantee which
documents.
weapon it's going to be.
I've just been working to meet
4-star
the Grand Sage's
R5 officer. That's the
specified
point of the weapon banner.
requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who
I suppose
was
it depends
previously
on what you're
expelled
after,
has
doesn't
returned
it?
to the city, and even the sages
If
are
you've
still
got
quite wary
most of the
him.
characters now and you're just looking to get them stronger, then I can see the weapon banner being used from that aspect. It's not something that I plan on using, to be fair. An outcast that even the sages are still wary of.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow
These weapons
evening
are
at
almost
the
always
Academia
best in slot,
entrance.
and R5
The
Dragon's
Academia
Bane can't
entrance.
compete with R1
Wouldn't that be too
Homer.
conspicuous?
No, it makes sense.
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia
I just see the weapon
again.
banner as more of an end game
It'll be
kind of thing,
safest for
maybe.
me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to
I
successfully
do enjoy when you
complete this
guys really
task,
go out to town on
would
your
it mean
discussions
I've
of
atoned
Genshin.
for my wrongdoings?
I learn so much from reading it, to be fair.
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's
Well, it worked.
execution was ingenious. He's
I'm
the
not
one
sure
who
how the
deserves
plan
all
works,
the
but it did.
praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
Palmer's got a point, to be fair.
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, so we're done for the minute. We've got to wait until between 7 and midnight for the next part. So again, we'll collect our achievement and then we'll fast forward time. I know some of these main story quests are quite long-winded talking, but it is a good chance to learn a lot more about the characters and the story within the game itself. For me, anyway. We'll go there. Have you started using Candice and Dennis? I can't believe you pulled when I pulled her afterwards. I did. Was that not the following night then? I thought I just... Okay. I thought we fast forwarded time, but I think maybe I've got to wait till the next day. Tomorrow. I did it because it was in the morning, I think, so it was the same day I did. Nearly there. Nearly night time again. There we go. Okay, that's me up in the heater again. And while we're here, let's quickly grab this. There we go. I've got to try and remember where she is now, don't I? I'm going the complete wrong way, aren't I? This is up this slope, I believe, because we're going to the Adventurers Guild, which is just here on the right.
Katherine, we're here! Oh,
Check with her. I'm not touching
you
the
are
character.
the
Oh, really?
other Katherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Katherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Nahida?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect
You're looking to level her
Katherine's
up.
identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, My existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the Academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
I think quite a lot of the characters you do look at and think there's no use for them for me, but I kind of want to level everyone up fully at some point, but we're probably talking thousands and thousands of hours to get everyone leveled up fully. Plus, obviously, the materials to upgrade them, the more. Although I've still got millions of more, that's only because I don't spend it that often.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Don't you feel like something is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's just a little too quiet around here.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual.
Something's gonna happen.
If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way
Doing
to
that's the big
not
thing. I
only
never
distract
read up
the
on
guards,
characters, so
but
I actually
also
don't
to
know
get
the
everyone
differences.
to go to sleep early, just so we
I
can
just
exchange
use
the documents in peace.
what you guys say, but
I
also
also can't quite
whatever
figure
fits
out
at
why
the time.
things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Okay. We go to the Academia. Now, can we fast travel there? Yes. No, we can't. Okay, we actually have to walk there. I was hoping we could just fast travel, but we can't. So, let's go to the
There
Academia.
really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
We can hope. Well, that's the Academia there. I didn't mean to fall down that far. There we go. I've gone in the slightly wrong area. I think I've got to go further up, don't I? That was me thinking we was in the right place, but we're not. We've got to go further up, I think. That's annoying. Up we go. Grab this while we're here. Really has no use yet, maybe in the future she may fit someone better. Thing is, some of these characters maybe have long-term plans, mightn't they? We just haven't seen who they work better with yet.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Why are they cheering for us?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
The Doctor.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person.
What's up, Doc?
Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected
Liking
of a
the
true
reference.
scholar.
The people of Sumeru City.
It's all under his control.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world.
Can't fight them all.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a F2P Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru!
Just broke the spell.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
I didn't go the way I expected it to. I thought we were going to have a big fight, but obviously running away isn't quite the same as fighting, is it?
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
I'm not sure. That guy is pretty terrifying.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
C4's bad, but C6 is something else.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this problem.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
We need to find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah. Things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's go find someone else who might be involved.
You mean...
Let's go find Tanari.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Triumph of the Imagination is done. And now we've got to go to the Gandharvaville. We'll collect the achievement first. It's not worth a massive amount of Prima Gems. There we go. It's something. 610 I think we're currently at. Gandharvaville is just over there. I could get there quickly to be fair, but I think we can attempt to get this underneath the bridge as well while we're here. Yeah, I think I started off too low there. I wanted to see if we could grab that while we was here. No, stay up. Have I got it? Ah, just underneath it. I thought for a second I could have got it there. We are going to obviously go to Gandharvaville. I just wanted to, while we're here, grab this, but I was a little bit off there. Only just. This one's quite a tricky one to grab, I think. Okay. Am I in the right place? I think I've missed. Oh, I was in the wrong place. I thought I was closer to it than I actually was. That's annoying. One more attempt and then we'll just go to Gandharvaville. This feels heavy. Okay, let's see if we can grab this time. Come on. There we go. We can fast travel to where we're heading, so it's not that big a deal. I think we needed 1 or 2 of those to upgrade the statue. That's why I was trying to focus on it a little bit there. Okay. Nearest place is there, so let's go from there. Gandharvaville is behind us over here. Oh, hang on a second. We need to grab those, don't we? I always forget to do those, to be fair. I need to do a move on it, didn't I? These split into 3. I don't think I've done many of them, to be fair. No, I'm too... Bennett might, though.
Get out of here! Take cover! Why do they never miss?
Don't think you got high enough, did he? We'll come back to it. There is a chest here we can grab, though. We haven't really done any combat so far this stream because
That's gonna hurt in the
it's
morning.
all been story and it's all been talking. So I thought we'd just do. We might as well do a bit of fighting while we're here. Any more left?
Scatter!
Well, that was our little bit of fighting done. So I'm going to change it, is it? No. I thought we needed to hit it to make it do something else, but we didn't. By the looks of it. It's already reacted. Right, let's actually focus on what we're doing, shall we? So Gandharvaville's here.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
Well, the Outcast should surely be the Doctor.
An outcast from the academia?
Sounds like the Doctor,
Well, why
exactly.
didn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
And maybe take advantage of the Academia's resources.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Are we fighting? It looks like we are.
You're up, traveler!
Okay, a little bit of fighting in the quest.
Propagate!
Get out of here!
Take that!
Useless.
There's another one there. I want to see which direction it got him.
Get out of here!
We didn't. Why did that turn that way?
Get out of here!
Should be able to get a nice Beidou reaction, hopefully, out of this as well.
Boring! Scatter! Yeah!
Bit of a hit there.
Yeah!
Do I need to use Yao now? I probably no. We don't. I don't think we need to use Yao now, do we?
Take that!
Obviously, we could use Yao, but I kind of feel it's a bit of a waste, really. Don't think they're going to be close enough to me, are they? Oh, a bit of a hit.
Propagate! Huh? I'll take my leave.
Might use Yao now. Now, do more of a rhyme.
Evil conquering! Worthless!
Especially when there's some pyro to gain with it as well.
Worthless! Worthless!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Okay. Payday time.
Adventure time.
Tricks up your sleeve.
Holding her own, as you would expect really against these, I would have said. That's gonna be gone. And this is the last one to defeat. Nice reaction bonus to that. And they are done.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
Probably won't be long before we see more of them.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tighnari?
That's a good point.
Going up
They
against
knew where we
smart
were.
people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, onward to Tighnari. I don't think they dropped anything useful, annoyingly. What I can see. We did get some... We've got a new type of wood from these. I know I don't use the teapot that often, but it's still handy to have the wood. Okay, where's Tighnari? That's who we need to go and see. Okay.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My
Good morning, Luna. How are you? Good
evening.
evening, Luna. I should say for myself. Morning for you, though, isn't it? You've just woken up, have you?
As a result,
Wow.
Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale.
What time is it now for you, Luna? Seems like curing Ermin's sword is our only chance.
Speaking of Tighnari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tighnari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? But isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too.
Oh, it's 8:48. Oh, okay, fair enough.
As a forest watcher,
I thought it was like early hours of the morning or something, the way he was saying it.
Post.
We were on holidays. It's always a bonus
Nothing
and then
hurry
never
this
late.
time,
He didn't give a reason.
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind.
So what
He also
holiday
made sure to
time is
delegate
for?
all his tasks
and
using his
laying.
schedule.
I don't know what one of them is,
To
to be
leave
fair.
in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tighnari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tighnari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
Good evening, Brackley. How are you?
Gotta wonder what kind of research Tighnari just decided to work on all of a
Mum
sudden.
doesn't want you to buy any more.
Oh, we don't have a lot
I
of
told her
time,
if we
so
buy, we don't
let's
need to
go
worry
look
to
for
buy
him
them
at
again.
Partis DI.
That's all my looking at, I suppose. Please take care of yourself, Calais.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tighnari, please send him my regards. Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Right, where do we need to head find Tighnari then? Go to Partis Dehu. So, where is it? And have we been there before? No. We can head to here to get across and use this path essentially to go that way. The fast travel point we haven't got before. We can actually just fast travel to here, to be fair, and head round. Let's do that. Head round that way. And we can also see, I don't know how many of the upgrades for Statue of 7 we've got now. I don't think we're ready to upgrade, but you never know. Let's have a look. We need 20, and we've got 8. We're nowhere near ready to upgrade it. To be fair, I thought we'd be closer than that, but obviously not. Okay, I want to get to, before we get too close, I want to see if we can grab the fast travel point, as that's kind of important. Cabbage fairies, they've got a little house here, haven't they? Anything in the house? Unfortunately not. What is worth a look? Ah. Make all the flowers appear in the grass. I'm guessing we're going to get something from this. There we go. We just harvested the plant and we gained a chest. Nice little puzzle to solve. I wouldn't say it's much of a puzzle, to be fair. We gained an item, Vasmerti. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. We just gained this item from traversing that. I can't see where it is though. It's down here. What is it? An item you obtained after traversing the nursery. It is translucent and seems to contain the memories of the earth. Okay, interesting.
Is this?
Yeah, definitely not a difficult puzzle to solve, but every little helps. Okay, I want the fast travel point before we access the mission if possible. And it's one we haven't got. Oh, we also need to grab the exploration knowledge. Nurseries in the wild. Some of these seemingly masterless nurseries may be found within the forest of Samuru. By the glowing spirits that float over these nurseries and traverse each field without interruption or repetition, perhaps something good will happen. In truth, it isn't good to step on fields, but your footsteps may be able to awaken the life of this plot of land. Fair enough. 751 for you. So I'm just trying to catch up on chat. That's the order of your Assassin's Creed stories, nice. Bit of a controversial question. Which season was the most fun for you? Yeah, I know that question's named at me. Because I have no clue. Right, I think we're going to need to head up here. I was hoping... Oh, actually, let's open this first. There's 2 of these to open.
Get out of here!
We'll defeat this and then we'll open the 2 gaps there. I've got it a little bit trapped in the corner by that seems of it. It can't seem to get away from us. Yeah, it kind of got trapped, which can't really get away from us at this point. There we go. Right, let's do both of these. 1. Let's hope for something better than enemies, to be fair. Oh, we got some more out of it, to be fair. I was hoping something better. But more will do. Too low down for me to get a hit in there, wasn't it? There we go. Nice reaction there. Should be able to finish it off now, I think. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we do need to head up here. For where we're heading. This is when I started Season 7. You want to play the game again with Chasm? The Chasm storyline, though, before you get to the Dendro storyline, is pretty quick. We need another Dendro. We need another one of these over here. Because there's another one of these to hit. I'm sure that's what I need to do. No. There we go. Then we just got some more. 10,000 more from that. That wasn't too bad. I would probably prefer something other than Mora, to be fair, every time I open one of those. Okay, I don't want to go and do the quest yet. I want the fast travel point if we can. Because I haven't got this one, so it'll be handy to grab. Yeah, if you want to do storyline to move on to the next bit of storyline, the Chasm story isn't that long, to be fair. And you've now got the Dendro area, which is this one, plus you've also now got a desert area as well. Right, this is what I wanted to grab. There we go. We've also got a picture opportunity. One of the viewpoints added to our collection. Nicely done. Okay. And we're here.
Wait! Look who it is!
Played since. A lot of games disappeared since no one played them. Katherine or Nahida? Nahida I'm going for.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
Or is it Katherine? You are Nahida, right?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the Doctor by myself.
So did she beat him, or
Even
did she
a
just
pool of
escape?
stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
One of my friends that I played was raging all the time. I agree.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle
Talk
of
about your
restoring
keyboards and
everyone's
mice.
minds. Thankfully,
Do you
when
rage
the
then, do you,
Doctor
Rob?
mentioned
Do you, Robert?
depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily,
fly
I managed
near
to
this
finish
wall.
my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
I don't know when this game came out, Brady, to be fair. Hang on, I'll find
Doctor
out.
sure pulled out some hidden cards, but
They
good
made
thing we
it to
had
make you
Nahida with
angry.
us.
I wouldn't
You're only
be
raging
relieved
league.
just
Wow.
yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
And the
Also,
Abyss. Oh, the Abyss does it to you
The
as well.
Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Genshin Impact
Would
originally.
that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between
Oh,
minds?
actually, it's a PS5 version. Hang on, I need to
How
find
do
a
we
PS4,
stop
don't I?
him? He's still at the Academia, so
When did that come out?
it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
It does say, yeah, possibly 2020. I don't know for sure. Does anyone know? You haven't seen the old Abyss. Oh, really? Our position will only get worse with time.
It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus,
Oh,
the
it does.
Doctor's
Robbie
combat
rages on
ability alone
Fortnite
is
as well.
apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
One game I've got no
We
plans
shouldn't
to
give
play.
up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can
People
find?
still, I think it still has a lot of
Okay.
concurrent players though, doesn't
Let's
it?
just hope we won't get
And they keep
into
adding new
trouble.
stuff to it, like you had the Marvel characters and stuff added, haven't you? There's always something in it. It's probably the most talked about game that I see on social media, to be fair. I know Minecraft is the most played game out there, but yeah, I'd say that's the one that I see about more than anything else.
Traveler?
It started down about it. Oh wow. Hey, hi, Paisia.
It's Hypatia!
Long time no see.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited
I don't get
about
the
this.
big thing about it. I don't
Actually,
get
for you
the...
to leave the Avidia Forest
I'm not a fan
means
of battle royales, though, to be fair.
You're not in training anymore? Wait, no.
But I don't see the big draw.
Pariporno life?
That was the game that everyone was saying when the kids were addicted to it and wouldn't come off, and they didn't go to school because of it, but stay on too early hours than one in playing it.
With the divine.
I don't get what's so addictive about it, though. Then I've never played it, so for me, it's kind of it's one of those things. I've never played it, so I can't really comment, I suppose. Ava, good evening. How are you? I don't know why I keep want to say good morning. It's evening, but I keep wanting to say good morning, people. I'm really happy for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this.
So how are you this evening, Ava?
At long last.
The building was kind of the thing. Didn't they take that out recently?
What a supreme and unparalleled
I know a lot of people kicking off into the building being
was.
taken away, I believe.
That sounds incredible!
Actually, we're here for Tignari.
Oh, all right.
I don't know, I just remember reading something to say they
wait.
took it out and lots of people were complaining about
my
it.
promise to you.
I'm not too bad, thank you, not too bad at all.
I promised to help you
They did take
understand
it out.
what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness
Monday
of the
morning will
divine.
be Ghost of Tsushima as we finish Iki Island. So yeah, Monday morning is the next stream.
Do that?
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island DLC. Finish that off Monday morning, and then you'll see the schedule. The schedule comes out tomorrow, Brackley, as well as the community post as well. Do you believe in her, Nahida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you
There
want
goes
to
the
give
skill
it a
expression.
try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
You can see the difference in the
Hold
players. Oh,
on.
really?
I brought some Spirit Borneal with me. This is still a
And we'll
crucial
also
part
start
of
the
the
story
ceremony.
of Legends next week as well.
We're
In Ghost of
using
Tsushima.
that incense
I want to get as
again?
much of it done before Gotham Knights releases
All right now.
next Friday, week Friday.
Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Okay. Let's connect consciousness.
Ready?
Even though you're building yours on software, was you? Yeah, I just saw lots of people complaining about it. Again, I've never played it, so I don't know. But there's lots of people complaining when they took it out for some reason.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just
Is
an
that aiming
elaborate
them?
tapestry
Okay.
of lies.
I suppose if their gameplays and their
My
strategy is always
theory
focused on building, having that element
will
taken
never
out,
be quelled.
if they don't adapt quickly, they're not going to last very long.
The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest.
I do really enjoy these mini movies. I think they're really well done.
Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans.
What do you mean? Look at your
they can't
account,
be
Ava.
trusted. and the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance.
People left the game out of spite. Oh wow.
I denounced the world and laughed in its face.
Hookblade was helpful,
My
actually.
chest
I didn't
will
use it
never
as much
again
as
be
probably I should have
defiled by
done.
worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era
Did you need help or advice on something, Ava?
is coming to an end.
You did. I'm not the person to ask, but everyone in chat is, because they're all really knowledgeable. That was an interesting story, though. This is neither the Great Lord's consciousness.
Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was
What do you need?
talking
What did you
about?
need help with, Ava?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right?
Repeating the same
Such a
controls. Yeah, that's true.
majestic God! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now?
How do you look at
afraid
other
this is no
people's
period for an
artifacts
life,
and
but
stuff? Is it
rather-
easily? Can you do it easily? I've never tried, so I don't know. Wake up, Hypatia.
You, why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me?
Yeah, there's with Roberts online as well.
I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise
All
and
the climb
honor?
is smooth, just a little
Haven't
better.
I uncovered that
Yeah,
light in the darkness?
that's true. Oh, you can do it on the app, can you? I did one. I've never tried, so I didn't know to be
That's
fair.
how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
I think that's upset a bit more than I expected it to.
Wait, something isn't right.
What's Nahida spotted? We're in trouble. I say we. I don't have to fight by the looks of it. This is why I enjoy this game. The story and these little cutscenes and film parts. I think are incredible. Where are we now? Tell you about the one time that I got a damage great. That's really bad luck, that. You like them a lot too. I think they're really done well. Why does it hurt your brain, Brackley?
Okay, we finally lost him.
Gasp.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
We already know it won't flip out. It won't. At this point, if I already know, it won't flip crit. Chasm 1 had you on edge. Ah, okay. It's me.
Nahida was controlling your body for a while.
I just found the Chasm
Someone
story really
jumped
short.
over to you as an emergency measure right before the Katherine puppet was destroyed. After After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us.
Although I think there is another
here.
mission to do there. The whole screen flickering so much isn't a problem, but hurts my half brain. Oh yeah, I can see that could be bad for you. This time she didn't just transfer her mind into my body.
What? You swapped places? You mean your
Yeah, I don't think I've done the
also
side
went
quest.
into Nahida's
I've done the
body?
main quest to get before we could go
Wait,
here. Because we follow the
where
main
is
quest to
Nahida's
new areas.
consciousness? Where is she now?
I think I've still got the side quest to do, to be fair, but I think it's
never
locked
imagined
for
that an
me.
individual's
We'll do
consciousness
something
could
else,
be
I
transferred
think.
around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it.
I should recheck that. Once we finally catch up with all the main story, including the new desert area,
while we were
we need to have a look
the
at all these other
consciousness in
things
your
we've
body
missed
told
in
me to
terms of
pass
side
on a
missions and
message.
things.
She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore."
Oh wow, it's trapped her
But
consciousness.
even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Suristhana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in code that only we know. We can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to. Go for that one.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
The moon refers to Nahida herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusions and lies refer to the Academia plans. I'm going for that.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Suristhana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what the project is about. I don't, but we'll do it.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Baldir into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
He was thinking of Benluck. I saw a nascent god under construction. Hypatia also showed us a so-called divine consciousness. The better arcs you have, the harder it is to get better ones. That's the same with most things, though, isn't it?
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
Fatui is also behind some of this. The Fatui may have fanned the flames.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now.
Right.
So it looks like the actual main story is then to
everything we
the
need to
desert,
know.
which is what we've been
So we
after.
should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now.
What we got? We've got about 10-15 minutes left, so we should
more things
hopefully
to
hit
help
the desert.
Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help.
It could be better.
May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
So it is possible to get something better, but it is extremely difficult to
Hopefully
do
Hypatia
so.
will feel better soon. We're off
But it's
then.
that hope that keeps you grinding. Okay, the god gazes back. The gaze from a certain god is complete. And now we have a new place to go to. Hopefully it's going to lead us to the desert area. Let's just quickly grab that achievement. There we go, the god gazes back. So where are we heading from here? We are getting closer to this new area. Now, we haven't got any fast travel points nearby. We can go here and then head to one of these. We'll probably open that one up, to be fair. So I think if we navigate to that one, but we'll heal here and head from there. But yeah, the main story, the Dendro storyline is taking us to the desert itself. 50 viewers. Yeah, I don't see that. That's why I don't like grinding or farming though, because you're not guaranteed anything, are you? So that time and effort wasted essentially if you don't get anything good. Okay, so we know where we're heading. Let's just quickly heal before we go too far. There we go. Have you not heal? You heal the traveller. Thank you. Okay, so we know where we're heading. We are going to be going to the desert area. I don't know if we've got enough time this evening to actually see what it looks like. Which we'll find out very shortly. And there is a fast travel point nearby as well that I'd like to pick up while we're there. If we possibly can. I'm waiting a little while to do this. Well, since the desert area appeared, to be fair. Because we don't like to go there too soon. It made sense to wait. Okay, we're going to ignore the Wave Rider.
Yeah! Scatter!
I suppose we don't need to beat these, but at the same time, they're in the way.
Propagate!
There's also a door there that would be quite good to get in if we can. Bit of Xiao time, bit of pogo stick action.
Worthless! Here! Right! Scatter!
Someone up ahead's been surrounded as well by the sounds of it. Okay. I'm assuming we need to collect something to get through that doorway would be my guess. Did just say they saw someone surrounded by hilly shells as well. Can't quite see where that is though at the minute. There must be something nearby to open that, possibly. But let's focus on what we're trying to get done. I would like to at least see the desert for the first time if we can this evening. Fast travel is... Don't tell me it's up there. It's up there, isn't it? Okay, I want to grab that fast travel if we can. As we haven't got that one before. I need to recover stamina before we carry on climbing. Spend resin. Okay, if we grab this in a second. Ah, we've got to have a garden. We'll complete the garden first. Okay, we go this way. Don't want to get this wrong because obviously you don't get the reward unless you get it right by the looks of things. There we go. There should be a chest as a well done for that one. They're fairly simple to solve. You're just going to be a bit careful not overlapping on some of them.
I'll keep this close.
Okay. We've still got to go further up for our fast travel point. It's always worth trying to grab the fast travel point while we're here. That's the thing. You have a strong character worth crowning. I got stuck in the wall. Wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to complete the archive. That's the thing, there's always something to be doing, isn't there? I said before, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. It's just the fact there's always something to be doing. Okay. That's the fast travel point gained them. Interesting. Okay, that's that. Where's this one going to make them spawn to? So from here, we still need to head down to there. Well, let's use those, I think. It was a nice way to get down. Saves us a bit of time. Okay. Actually heading away, aren't we? We want to go this way and we want to go left towards here. There's another viewpoint here as well. I'm amazed you don't get rewards for these views. I thought you would. I kind of feel you should get some reward for doing the views. That is a cool view though. Okay, up we go. This is somewhere we've not been before. We've got about 5 minutes left. We don't have long, to be fair. Hopefully there's not too much talking. Yeah, we've only got about 5 minutes left. Okay. How can I help you? Okay. So he's not. We've got to find the person we're looking for here. I go to the caravan. I didn't see it say go to the caravan until just now. We're in the right place.
We finally made it to Caravan Reebok. It's pretty lively
Everyone wants to
here.
roll the power of friendship.
So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is indeed quite impressive. Will we have time to see the desert this evening, or do we have to wait for next
Enough
week?
gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Hytham?
Over here.
Oh, Hytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him.
We are following him.
What he's up to.
I don't think we're going to see the desert tonight. Unless we're extremely lucky. Although he's just through that doorway.
What the... Where did he go?
Well, they were looking for him, not us.
They were just here a second ago.
Or maybe they were looking for us as well.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Hytham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Hytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos,
You made it seem weird, but it worked.
Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Has to be a freeze team.
So you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites'
Oh, Simba was right. It was a
now?
freeze team. Wow.
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be.
Oh, okay, so it was obvious it was going to be a freeze team then.
Why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
It must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Oh, Hytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation's a little complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all.
Zero makes everyone
So considering
to play.
that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Okay, we're not going to see the desert this evening, mainly because we're out of time. We do need to finish, and I can't extend the weekends on evening streams. So the next mission is taking us actually to the Statue of the Seven. That is actually where we're heading. So, in next week's Genshin Impact stream, we will be looking at the desert as a new area. The Dendro story has led us here. We've still got lots of Dendro area we've still not been to. The Dendro story currently has sent us to the desert. If we look at quests as well. The Chasm lower levels, we need to finish off other quests before it starts. We've still got a Mondstadt quest to do. plus another one in Samira, in Azuma. Yeah, there's and lots of quests. There's always something on the go for us, really, to be fair. But unfortunately, we're out of time for today. For this evening anyway. Let me come off this for a second. Because I just want to quickly talk about next week. So, there is a scheduled video out tomorrow afternoon, 1 PM GMT, which will tell you what's happening next week on the channel. There will be a community post tomorrow evening as well, detailing the live streams next week. Most of it is obviously Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island, the story and legends, and there are some 2 Genshin streams as well. Mosna, good evening, how are you? We're just finishing, I'm afraid, but good evening. But that'll be out tomorrow. I think I'll put a Chronicles one in as well, to be fair. And Until Dawn, the subscriber special is a week today, next Saturday. Choices are in your hands for that one. So make sure you have a look at that. You ever see one Mona? Very nice. But yeah, so that is it for tonight and this week, I'm afraid. This is the last live stream this week. As I say, we're back Monday morning as we finish off Iki Island and Ghost of Tsushima. Genshin Impact will be Wednesday morning next week. No live streams on Tuesday as I'm at the hospital. But other than that, a really good week. Good lots of streams. You guys have been incredible. So thank you all for that. Freeze doesn't have a good hydro. Isn't that something you desperately need then for freeze teams? A hydro to help freeze them all. That's got to be the must-have, surely, for a freeze team. But yeah, so scheduled video 1 PM GMT tomorrow, and then the community post about the live streams tomorrow evening. I think it's about 8 PM GMT. I think I put it for. Have a look at that if you get a chance, and you know what's happening next week. Genshin Impact, though, we have just about to move into the desert area. We did finish off some of the Dendro storyline, and now it's encouraging us to go into the desert for the very first time. So that'll be interesting to see a new area. We'll get a proper look at it next Wednesday morning when we do more Genshin Impact. But that is us done, I'm afraid. You need to Kokomi for good freezing and cryo characters. I know you're all chatting, and I'm sorry I can't extend at all because of the time it is and the tablet's kicking in. So I'm afraid we are going to have to finish. If you guys want to carry on chatting, obviously you've got the Discord link in the description. You can always discuss it there on the Genshin Impact page there. But as always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. It's been an incredible week, and I'm looking forward to more next week. We're 2 weeks away from Gotham Knights as we're streaming it, day of release, which I'm looking forward to as well. I hope you guys are too. But that is it. Have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you very soon, either with Ghost of Tsushima or with Genshin Impact. Thank you for the like, much appreciated as it was. So have a good one. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.